Okay, so first off, what is your name and can you spell it for me, please?
Taylor Lewis, Taylorlewis.
Okay, and what year are you?
I'm a junior.
Okay, and what is your major?
Journalism.
Okay, so what have you heard so far about the recommendation to cut sports programs here?
I heard they want to cut 8 teams, which includes like the swimming and diving and the water polo, and like the track and field. But just because like the budget is not really that good.
Okay, so do you know anyone who was in any of those programs?
Yeah, I'm in a class with a girl who's on the swim team, and kind of indirectly like one of my high school teachers went to Maryland, and he was like, he's really into track and field, so he's like really pissed about it too.
Okay, so have you heard anything about, I guess, how those students would be affected with scholarships or?
The one girl, she said like she's not sure if she would come here next year. I don't know about her scholarship situation, but because like I mean it's more like a lifestyle, like she said. Like it's swimming is they do like 24/7. They're like a family, so. And I mean, like, it's one of the top programs, too, so it's not like she can just pick up and go to any other school. And she's a junior now, so it'll just be 1 year.
So you mean they're ranked very high, or?
Yeah, I think she's the 19th in the country.
Wow.
The swim team.
Okay. So it's not really so much about the scholarship, just more about her lifestyle here, or?
Yeah, and then she said they're not going to phase out, they're just going to, like, cut it. So it's not like the seniors can finish out their year, the juniors can. It's just, like, there's no more program at all.
Do you think there's like any alternatives the school could try as to cutting?
That was another thing we were talking about. Like they just built some like football boxes are like in the stands, and it's like they're doing, and obviously with the uniforms, I think we got those free, but still like all attention is on the basketball and the football teams, and like maybe a little bit field hockey and soccer and lacrosse just because they do well. But if like they didn't do well then, and they didn't have the facilities that they have now, then I don't think they would be able to survive. But it's like our football team sucks, but they get all the money and all the attention.
I mean, do you think there's anything students could try to do to save these programs?
Attention, like I mean, just attract the media. Like I know some local stations have covered it, and like if like with any movement like Occupy or anything at all, like if the media attention gets on it, then people are going to react, and then the administration is going to be stuck. So they have to make another decision, especially when they like treat those programs so unfairly.
A lot of people have been talking about maybe doing some social network type fundraising or awareness. Have you seen anything?
I know the swim team has a Facebook page. That's what the girl Haley Bull said, but apart from that, I haven't really like seen anything. But I've really been looking.
And then also, I think most of the teams don't charge to get into their games or their matches. I guess some people think there might be other ways for them to raise the money to prevent being cut.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if charging to get in would be a good idea just because a lot of people go because it's free. I mean, they're not that popular anyway, so it's like you would have less people coming. I mean, maybe right now because there is so much, like, we need to get support so people would pay. Maybe, like, ask for donations or something like that at the games, but I don't know if charging to get in would be a good idea.
Do you ever attend any of these?
Soccer game. Well, as far as the teams that are being cut, no, I haven't been to any of those games.
So, I mean, I'm not really sure. I hadn't been to them either. Maybe is there like a different atmosphere? Students are more willing to pay for the football atmosphere than like going to a swim match and paying for a ticket.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like a whole, like, I don't want to like a cult thing or but just like going to a football game is like a huge event because like hundreds of people are going to be there. It's going to be crazy, and like going to a soccer game is the same thing. Going to a basketball game is the same thing. But like going to like people only pay attention. Like most of the country in general only pays attention to swimming during the Olympics because it's like a huge event. So I don't see like myself like willing to pay for that.
Right. Okay. I mean, it's kind of odd because finding out that we are well ranked in swimming, to know that maybe people don't heavily attend those types of things. If we're actually a great team, it's like most of us don't even know it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's also like what attracts, like, what people want to see. Like the football game itself, basketball game, soccer games themselves are like really exciting to watch and just like kind of catch our attention like quickly. Whereas you have to be like really into, I don't know, like especially like track and field. Like you have to be really into like the marathon of it, the not so much the like intensity and just like flashiness of it. You have to be into like the actual work that goes into it to completely like understand it and like get a good feeling of it and want to go. So, I mean, the American culture in general is just not like really receptive to those type of sports.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, now with the attention that they're getting, they have a really good chance, I think, of staying.
Okay, thank you.